For most new foragers, wild nuts can be a little bit daunting. In fact, I've been foraging with Eric for over 5 years, and only today am I officially saying that I have become a wild nut person.
So we're gonna introduce you to 5 of our favorite wild nuts to help you get nutty too.
Hickory nuts. This one is shellbark hickory.
Caria lacinosa. My favorite thing about these trees is making nut milk.
And these are some big nuts. Black walnut.
Juglans nigra, one of the most common wild edible nuts east of the Mississippi.
Besides being delicious, you can also dye with the husks. This brown for my shirt and bottoms, both black walnut.
Even my hat is black walnut, and if you store these properly, they can last for years on end.
Chestnut.
Castanea mollissima.
This for me is almost like a potato or a grain growing on the tree, and it's so delicious.
Yeah, my favorite way to use chestnuts is actually to dry them out and grind them into flour for pancakes, bread, cookies, anything that you would use gluten-free flour for. Whew. Some people call this a pecan tree.
And some people say a pecan tree.
Some people call it Caria illinoisensis, and whatever you call it, it's one of the most incredible wild edible trees. It's so productive in the wild that to this day, much of the commercial pecans you see in the market are from wild patches.
So this was just 45 minutes of harvesting, and this is my gateway to a wild nut butter. Hazelnuts.
This is Coryllis americana, one of our favorites because it's delicious, stores for a long time, and it's insanely productive. Up to 2 to 4,000 pounds per acre in a year, so that makes it competitive with corn.
Acorns growing from the mighty oak.
This is the Quercus genus, and they're all edible.
And there's about 100 species growing across this land we call North America. Many indigenous cultures, up to half of their calories came from eating acorns.
I think this is one of the most important forgotten wild foods, and it's time to bring it back.
Yellowbud hickory.
Caria cordiformis.
The meat inside of these nuts is 75% oil.
And the shells are so thin that you can press the oil out of them without even having to separate the meat from the shell.
According to Sam Thayer's estimates, there's enough yellowbud hickory growing right now to put a bottle of this oil on the shelf of every table in the United States.
And that's some pretty wild oil. Wild nuts are one of the most important foods for humans and wildlife alike. You've got carbohydrates, fats, and protein, all in a nice capsule that stores very well for a long time if you handle them properly.
There's millions and millions of nut trees from east to west, north to south, all over this world. But we want more of these nut trees that are publicly accessible. So these are part of our 1 million community fruit and nut trees that we're going to be planting over the next decade, that we welcome you to be a part of this grassroots collaborative effort.
So get out there and get nutty with us.